Just when America has reached a breaking point with division, visionary influencer Danni Benson's I'm Proud of You Sis bro movement taps into the pulse and heartbeat of a culture radically torn. But this loving mom's voice of reason and calm has received national recognition.
How do you balance having your children and always traveling with the Yankee organization?
When I became a dad, I said that I would always love like a mother.
I feel like I have to try certain things or act a different way because I know some people or some kids.
So join Danni Benson as she celebrates her special guests on her show and highlights their gifts and contributions to our world.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm Proud of You Sis. I am host Danni Benson. I hope everyone's having a great week with their loved ones, their friends, their babies. I'm so excited because it's almost March. Yay! That means spring is about to be around the corner. I live in New York, so I have seasons. Some places around the country don't. So I kind of like the seasons because when I get sick of one, then the next season comes. So I get to change my clothes in and out. So that's just me. Some people just like the weather being the same all the time. I like the season. So I'm not going to complain. I'm just happy we didn't get any snow this year. Hey, everyone. How's everyone doing? Well, 'tis the season. Easter is on April 9th. And a lot of people celebrated Lent, called Ash Wednesday. So, this is a time again where, we put our concentration on humanity. I mean, it never stops, but you start thinking about the sacrifices that, people have to do for humanity. So I'm trying to give up social media. I was raised Catholic, went to private school, so I got my ashes. And you have to give up something to show the sacrifice of what, God has, sacrificed his son. So you show your sacrifice with God. I'm going to hope that I can give up social media, meaning like I just drop what I have to drop and leave, drop and leave, drop and leave, not drop, stay for like 20 hours. And then like my whole day is gone. Like, so I am going to do it. I am determined. So I hope, even if you're not religious or you're non-denomination, I hope for the next 40 days until Easter, maybe there's something that if you do believe in God, because there's some people are still that don't believe in God, so I respect that. But for the people who do, it would be great if you could find something in your life that you really love to do, but you want to sacrifice it. Just to remind the sacrifice of God and his only son, Jesus. But anyway, I have two amazing people on the show. The reason I have them on the show is to the season of, just giving back. That's what I see Easter as. It's just a celebration of just humanity and caring about other people and having empathy for other people and putting yourself in their shoes. That's how you can understand, not by just watching someone, but just actually feeling what they might be going through, regardless if you're not going through it. But I have Shannon Knox and Melanie Baker here. Shannon Knox is the founder of the CEO and founder of Food for Your Soul. It is a soup kitchen for the community. She's also a mother, grandmother, aunt, ordained minister for Lifeline Restoration Ministries. So I have her on the show just talking about, giving back to the community. And I also have Melanie Baker on also. And she is the newest parent to New York State Regional Coordinator of Long Island. Melanie looks forward to sharing her experience with other families. She has benefited from parent-to-parent support, resources, and connections for more than 10 years. She's excited to be on the other side to give back to parents and the special needs community. So we are about giving back on I'm Proud of You Sis, and let's mobilizing everybody to give back, at least especially to less fortunate. So welcome both of the ladies to the show. I'm so proud of both of them. Hey ladies, how are you today?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Danny. Thanks for having.
Hi. Yes, thank you for coming. Like I get 2 for 1. I get 2 for 1. So I'm excited because this is a season where a lot of people who have less, need our support as a community, because sometimes, circumstances in life happens, we can't have people hungry. I mean, this is America. It's weird when I see homeless people in the street. Like
America.
my daughter one time started crying because she was asking me for $1 because she saw someone. I didn't see the person, but she saw someone like laying in the street, and she was like, "Mommy, I think they're hungry." She started crying. So I was really proud of her because I'm teaching my children empathy, to understand that,
Yes.
you might be fortunate in life, but there's other people that aren't, and we have to be very understanding
Right.
and very empathize with what they're going through. So just tell me, guys, how did this giving back to the community first? Miss Knox, how did that start for you?
It started because my mom had lung cancer, and I used to work for a major corporation, and they were laying off, and I got laid off, and I was kind of glad because I got to stay with my mom because I used to travel all over the world. And so during her time with lung cancer, I found out that massages were good because what I used to do was a hairstylist. So I was like, okay, I'm going to open up a salon and I'm going to offer massages to everybody. Just if I help one person, that would be great. And in my intern of doing going to school for massage therapy, I got hurt, and I got a disease called RSD, which is a nervous condition. And I couldn't go out. I couldn't go out in the cold. My arms swell up, and I just couldn't do anything. So during that time, I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost my car. I lost everything. And I was like, oh God, I know that there's something in this world that you have me to do. So what is it that I'm gonna be able to do? And I lived with my grandmother all my life, and she lived on a farm in Farmingdale. So she taught me all the time that, pray, and, God will give you an answer. And, so in that, I learned to do, I did nutrition. I went to school to become a nutritionist. So in learning doing nutrition and doing massage therapy, the holistic aspect of everything, and being raised on a farm, it helped. So with that, I learned how to eat properly, and I kind of healed myself. I mean, the doctors thought I would never be able to use my right hand. I use it to do everything now. So
Wow.
just to let you know that food it's amazing what food can do for you. So with that,
But that's why it's
just helping.
important. I just want to say one thing about food. That's why it's important that you put good food in your body, because it goes the opposite too. If you put bad food in your body, then it's basically this processing chemicals is destroying your inside. And I try to tell people the purest of food that you could put in your body, that's what your body knows and understands, and it's not destroying your inside. But imagine putting like a chemical on your skin and it's like burning. That's how I feel about chemicals. I think it's like a slow burn when you put processed food in your body. It's slowly like deteriorating your body. And I think that's why you healed, because once you started pouring good nutrition in your body, it gave your body time to start healing.
Yes. So so with that, I just started helping senior citizens and started really taking care of them, and I just saw them come to life, because a lot of people think that if they have heart congestion, they can't have salt. but then they thought that they can't eat, like their food has to be bland. And I believe that everything should have some sort of taste to it. So I just started cooking for senior citizens, and I started doing all of that. And then one day, as I started helping out in the soup kitchens around my area, and I noticed that, like, okay, you're eating Monday through Friday, but what happens to Saturday? And it came to realize that most soup kitchens are closed on Saturday and Sunday. So people didn't have nothing to eat on the weekends. And I was like,
Wow.
yeah. And I was like, no, we got to do something about this. So I started Food for You. I went to my pastor and I told her what I wanted to do. And she just was like, go for it. So I did everything that I needed to do. And God gave me the name Food for Your Soul. And we just started launching out. We started as a mobile soup kitchen and pantry. And we just started feeding people from Hempstead all the way to Riverhead. And on the weekends. And then lately, I've noticed that the gas, rent, everything is going up high. It's just, it's the economy is going crazy.
Everything. You know what's so insane? Everything. It's not that it's just one thing has gone up because we were able to be okay. One thing goes up, you're fine. It's absolutely everything has gone up.
So with that, I was like, I talked to my sister and I was like, okay, I gave up my apartment. So then that way I can use my money to fund my organization, and then I could be able to feed more people. So I got in with Pastor Donna. She's at the church in West Babylon. And
what's the name of the church in West Babylon?
St. Paul's Reformed Church. It's right on Phelps Lane in West Babylon. So
yes.
Yeah, so I serve there on Wednesdays. It's a community kitchen. It's called Emma's Table. And we feed constantly. I believe in home cooked meals. I believe in I think that once you have a good nourished meal, that you'll be able to do a lot more. Your brain starts working and you'll be able to do things. So they get a great meal. I mean, we serve some of these meals. I'd be like, oh, wow, Shannon, you really outdid yourself today. I mean, they get from ribs to collard greens. They get rice and peas. They get jerk chicken. They get whatever, Italian food. Yeah. So
it's open to the community, or it's open to everyone in Long Island.
It's open to anybody. It's open to anybody who wants to come. You can come in and you can sit down and have a meal, or you could take it out. It doesn't matter. And we also deliver too, because there's some people that can't make it. So so I just try to make it so that everybody can enjoy, because food is the gateway to a lot of things. And a lot of people just don't want to be home. They want to sit down and they want to be able to conversate with somebody because they're lonely. So we make it that way so that you can come in, you can have a conversation, and we just enjoy each other's company. I mean, sometimes we play games. We also do. I also in that we also started out doing. We do classes. I do cooking classes. I do. We have home studies. So where Melanie comes in and she teaches. If kids are home and they need homework help, we help them with their homework. Yeah, I also teach how to.
Well, Melanie, I need to call you about my kids. Because I don't understand this homework. It's a different generation.
It's a different generation. So we also teach container gardening. So just because you live in an apartment doesn't mean that you can't have a garden. We also teach the way of life, just, how to wash clothes, how to, do budgeting. We do it. We want to make sure that you have all the foundations. So when you are looking for a job or whatever you need, we are able to give that to you, you know. So, and we even give out clothes. So anything that we can do to help the community, that's what we do.
And that's why I always tell people, look, I don't, whatever you believe, but I know there's a God, because I don't even know how you guys are doing all of this stuff for people. And that's why I believe in humanity. That's why I believe there's so good people in this world. And that's how I feel that when we do good and we spread good, my hopes is that person pays it forward and pays it forward and pays it forward to come to, so we could eventually come to a place where the world has peace. You know, it's good people like you. It's good people like Melanie, who's giving up their time, their money, and sacrificing for people you don't even know. Complete strangers. I mean, they don't even, I mean, this is what, when I saw my daughter crying, it's like I want to cry too, because I'm just so happy that God made humans like you both. Because you don't have to do it. You know, it's because what God says, everything is free will. You know, you don't have to do it, but because you're moved by the Spirit and you're moved by what God is showing you, you know, you walk by faith, not by sight. This is why this is successful, because you're not worried about, God always say, don't worry about the details. Just go where I tell you to go. I'll deal with the details. And look how you have the faith, and look what you're doing for the community, which is so amazing to me.
And something that's so incredible is how God connected us. It's actually 3 of us as partners, and you'll get to meet our other partner the next time. But we all met in church, and we all have different areas of passion,
expertise
on our hearts, different expertise. And for me, my oldest son, Joshua, has autism and visual impairment. And I always wanted a way for him to be able to give back and to be a productive part of the community. And he was born at 23 weeks. I wasn't even in my final trimesters yet.
I can't hear you. We'll be right back, everyone, as they try to fix their audio. We will be right back as they try to fix their audio, because I cannot hear them. I cannot hear you, so you need to go out and come back again. Go out and come back. Hey, you know what? What an amazing conversation that we are having right now. There's so many people in this world that are alone or don't have enough money to pay their bills. And I don't believe any American, any person, any human being should be starving, because we need food to live. We need food to move. We have to nourish our bodies and our brains and our hearts. And it just breaks my heart when I see someone who is homeless. I don't know why they're homeless. I don't make an assumption that it's their fault why they're homeless, because circumstances do happen to people that is not under their control. So I don't blame people for being at their circumstances when it comes to homelessness, because whatever it is, I don't really think that you want to, you know, grow up and say, I want to be homeless. You know, that's not something that is in someone's type and trajectory. So these 2 amazing women, you know, Miss Shannon Knox and Melanie Baker, give everything they can to everyone, to the community and beyond, because it's not only in that place doesn't just say you only belong here. If you live here, you can come to this soup kitchen. No, that they're welcoming to everybody to wherever they're at. So if you know anyone who doesn't have a meal, who is hungry, and even someone who is homeless, please let them know about um, food for your soul, because they can go someplace to find a place to actually get a home cooked meal. So it's not even packaged. There's nothing wrong with being, with packaged meals, but sometimes, like they just said before, you need that meal to get your day started, to help you to think, to help you to move. So I just want people to understand that, please, if you can, support this amazing organization, especially, it's a time of year that a lot of people are going through things. Um, Everything, as you know, is expensive. Everything has gone up. People are living paycheck to paycheck. 2/3 of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and if you can't blame them. I know people say, oh, their habits, their spending habits, but shelter is expensive. Food is expensive. Putting gas in your car is expensive. So these are like the basic like necessities. It's not even like the wants, because I promise you, if they have to wear the same clothes every single day, most people will. Even like the laundromat is expensive. I usually go to a laundromat to just, wash, like my comforters and stuff like that, only because like I don't feel like the washing machine in my home does a thorough job when it comes to like big comforters. When I went, they went up $2. I was like, what? So it's sad and it breaks my heart. I don't know how people are doing it, but if you can help someone, check on someone, please do that, because what is going on in our economy right now for, for the poor, and I'm going to say the middle class too, because they hold, they're holding the brunt of everything, really, you know, please, reach out, see if you can help someone, um, because it's so important to, for, love thy neighbor and help thy neighbor. So they're back, everyone. Shannon Knox and Melanie Baker are back. Hi guys, how are you?
All right.
Good.
So okay, so Melanie, what were you saying before?
Right. So
Your expertise, yes.
Yes, the importance of creating a safe space is really the part that I bring. Working in the classrooms, working with students, being a parent of a child with special needs, you realize how important it is that for families to have a safe space. And one of the things that we found in coming together doing this work is that there are a lot of reasons why people have food insecurity. It's not just because they don't have money. Sometimes the elderly, they're lonely. Sometimes you have a disability. Sometimes you have a mental health. You're depressed. So you don't even have the to get up and prepare your meal. So we create a safe space where, the community comes together and, eat together and, bonds. And it's a space where you're open to, like with students, to going to school and doing what you need to do, because here is a space that you feel like you're a part of something more. Shannon, she around to each table and she talks and somebody, there's show chair, somebody knows your name, you're a part of something. And so our volunteers and those who dine at Emma's table, Emma named for her grandmother, they there's that connection. So you may have a disability, but you can still be a part of something. And so God connected us at our church with the different things that we're passionate about, and the three of us came together to be able to just carry out this vision that's bigger than us. And God has been sending in help, and we're meeting different ones who want to give back like you, to just spread the word on how we can keep putting light into the world.
Well, when was this organization established? When did it start?
We have been in for 5 years now. We've been doing this for 5 years.
So I know you came just in time before the pandemic started.
Yes, and we've never stopped, because even during the pandemic, when there were funerals, I did repasses outside, and so that way people could still have their, they could still be grieving, but yet you could still have that repass where you get fellowship. I made food, and you could be able to, enjoy and celebrate your family.
And what other places are you at? Are you at this place every single day, Monday? Are you at this place often, or there's other places where you guys go also?
Well, we're here every Wednesday from 4 to 6:30. And then on
What's
Saturday,
the name of the place again? What's the name of the place again for the audience where you're at again?
It's called St. Paul's Reform Church, and we're downstairs. And if some people I call it Emma's Table, because it's named after my grandmother. But it's just a home away from home.
And then what other days? So you said you're there on Wednesdays and you're there on Saturdays?
On Saturdays, we do mobile. So and it's usually on my Facebook. I'll tell you where we're going to be. Sometimes I'm in Hempstead. Sometimes I'm in Brentwood. Sometimes I'm out in Patchogue, Riverhead. We try to hit at least one community a week. And we just feed. We go out and feed people.
We call it a caravan of hope because we have volunteers who come and pack the food in their cars, and then we would set up in like in the train station area, and the people would just come out and eat, and just creating this just light and positivity. Shannon also goes to different shelters. Like over the summer, she did like barbecues for the shelter. So the children in the shelter had that summer barbecue experience. Or even we have
we give out Easter baskets.
The Easter baskets. We partner with our church, Lifeline Restoration Ministries, Dr. Sims. We did the school supply drive. So as the school supplies were being given out, there was the barbecue. So the kids, would get hot dogs, and so just really different ways to bring dignity. That's a big part of the vision that God gave Shannon, to bring dignity, that not because you need to use the community kitchen, which instead of calling it a soup kitchen, we call it a community kitchen, or because we offer baskets of groceries, but we don't call it a food pantry, we call it the marketplace. So ways to bring dignity. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, because when you change the words, it makes a difference.
Yes. Yeah. So in our marketplace, that's our pantry. We have it set up like a grocery store. And you come in, you have a card, just like, when you go to Stop and Shop, because some pantry give you what they want to give you, and not all the time you eat what they eat. So you'd be able to come in, shop what you need, and you can go. It's just like, so nobody knows what you're getting, how you're getting it. It's just like you were in a grocery store.
And then once you have good food in your stomach and you feel that connection, it's like your heart is open, and then we can say, what do you need?
Yeah.
And so you may need tutoring. So, I'm a special education teacher. We have programs in place to provide you tutoring or reading help or math help and resources. Or you may need budgeting. We have our third partner. She's a financier. So she does the budgeting, or, interviewing skills, resume writing help. Just all, we have partnerships with, in terms of getting maybe clothes, like Dress for Success. We have such a great team of volunteers that we work with, all grassroots,
For our audience, for optimum audience, see you every Saturday at 9 a.m. and we're going to continue right back for our live audience.
So we need to wrap up.
But That's that's the big.
Hi guys. We have another 10 minutes to talk. So finish saying what you were saying what you were saying, Melanie, for the people who are watching.
I just want us to know that there are root causes as to why sometimes there's this getting stuck. Whether it's mental health stuck, disability stuck, income
Stuck.
high income needs stuff. But when we get to the root causes, food is that doorway. And we can say, what do you need? We have resources, we have connections to social workers, mental health counselors, just all pastors, spiritual advisors that can just kind of move that conversation along to help you move stronger and getting out of being in that stuck place and breaking those cycles so that you can just continue to transform and to move further in your life.
So then how do you communicate what you guys do to the masses? Do they have to come to the soup kitchen? Not soup kitchen, it's called community kitchen. Hey, you learn something new every single day. I'm elevating with my words. Thank you so much for sharing that. But do you find out when you come to the community kitchen? When do you find all this information out? Do you have a website? Like, how do these people find out this information? Because there's people watching right now.
Yeah, we have a website. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on.
But what is the name of your website so people can find you guys?
It's called food-for you. The number 4 you are soul. .com. That's our website.
Okay.
And if you go on any of the platforms, it's just called Food for Your Soul International Kitchen.
And then how do you let people know where you're going to be on Saturday since you go to different communities? Do they have to follow you on Facebook and then put a notification in so that's how they find out, or do you let people know in advance that we're going to be here so they can prepare themselves if they are looking for food to you call Food for Your Soul, and I just said God just told me food that fills up your soul.
Yes.
I just heard that from God talks to me. I'm telling you right now. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but no, I'm. He just told me he's like it's food that fills up your soul. Because you guys said after people are nourished, they become I guess they become full. They become full of hope. Full of all the good things that we want humans to feel. Because when you watch a baby after they drink the milk, after they were crying the whole time, you can see the light in them. Like they feel satisfied. And to know that there's people in this country that are hungry every single day that can't find a meal to eat. I am so proud of both of you women. I want to give you your flowers because it's getting harder every single day to find amazing human beings like both of you guys. So I have to say that. So that gives up your time, your monies. You even gave up your apartment, just to even Melanie talks about, tutoring for the kids, because I know how much a tutor is. It's unaffordable to a lot of people. I mean, I just want to say I'm so proud of both of you guys. And I want everyone to know more of what you guys are doing, because our audience is probably going to be like, where can we, thank God, we have this show right now, because I didn't even know this existed.
Yeah. So our motto is that we feed the souls of people using food as a tool to strengthen the body, empower the mind, and build communities. So that's what we try to do.
And you know what? You are building communities, because people have to understand, like I was saying to you, when you guys couldn't hear, I was talking to people. I don't know people's circumstances. I don't know why they're there. it's not really for me to judge. It's not really
Right.
for me to put a prejudice in my mind and think because it's you see it as a negative situation. That means they make negative choices to get here. It has nothing to do with that. It could just be circumstance. There's a lot of things in life that you can't control that happens to you, even if you make all the right decisions and you make all the right choices. You know, like an elderly person, they might feel alone because their family moved away, or they might be widowers because their husband died. That's something that's out of their control, you know, or finding food to eat. It could just be I make this income and food is very expensive, but I need to have a roof over my head.
Roof over my head.
So it's not that I'm spending it shopping and partying and for things that I want. Food is something that you need. Shelter is something that you need. Water is something that you need. These are not wants in life. These are things that you need in life to live and survive and to thrive.
Yes.
Right? So what you guys are doing is you guys are giving the masses hope, because maybe someone has to go to an interview and Melanie is teaching them how to conduct an interview, because maybe it's been a long time. Even when you guys were operating a computer, some people have been in the job for 20 years. They don't know how to use a computer, right? Because they've been doing the same thing over and over again for 20 years. So the kids know, but there's some adults, this is a new thing for them.
Yes.
So what you guys are doing for the community and beyond, I want to say community and beyond, it's just simply amazing. And I just want to say I'm proud of you, but you guys can finish talking because I just had to get that out there. I'm so proud. I'm so amazed. I'm so amazed, and I can't wait for my daughters to meet you guys, because I want my daughters to meet people that are actually making a difference. It does, you know, you even I tell my kids all the time, even if you can't change the world, change what you are part of.
Yes.
Because the world might be overwhelming, right? But maybe if I change my part and everyone does their part, then it all collaborates together and the world becomes a very good place to live. So you can't like give up and tell people, well, I'm not going to make a difference. No, if everyone does something, and I don't know how many humans there are in this world, 3 billion, 1 billion, I don't know. But if everyone did their part, then collectively, this world would be such a better place.
Yes.
You know, but I just want to say thank you guys for doing your part. So finish what you were. First of all, how do you get funding? Because I know people like, how you guys do this?
It's self-funding.
Self-funded?
Yes.
Really?
That's
like, how many people are you feeding?
To date, we have done over 10,000 people. You know, any given on a Wednesday, we serve anywhere from 30 to 100 people. It all depends.
Even more, my heart is like, wow. So the fact that it's self-funded.
Yeah.
So you don't have like a organization where if people want to donate and help, you know, the community, is there an organization to please let everyone know now?
We are a 501c3 organization, so people can donate to us. We accept donations, and we accept volunteers. Anybody who wants to come in and volunteer, we accept people to come and help us volunteers, because we do get busy.
Yes.
You know. So you can just come, you visit our website, you can call us.
What is your phone number? Can you give me a phone number just in case people don't have Wi-Fi at home?
Right.
Because we find out during COVID, a lot of people don't have Wi-Fi. You know, cell phones.
So
you know,
our phone number is
what is the phone number? It's
516-350-2577. You can call us 24 hours a day, you know, to let us know whether you need food, whatever you need, we're there. We'll try to help you.
And then when people come to the community kitchen, do they also bring their children also?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
and we give away toys.
Boys.
And we've partnered with other small nonprofits that do similar work, and so that we're able to multiply our efforts. Our volunteers come together, and it's all a work of love. The vision is to actually be able to create a food truck that has a little porch, as Shannon designed it, where we'll be able to drive from town to town, giving out food, and nobody will know that who isn't able to afford it, or who can. There's the dignity, and then the little porch is where you can go get resources, learn about your container gardening. We are available to pray and encourage as well. Shannon is also a minister at our local church.
What's the name of your local church and the address, so if people are inquiring?
So our church is Lifeline Restoration Ministries International. Our pastor is Dr. Joan Sims, and we meet here at St. Paul's on a Sunday, and in the week, in the midday, Tuesday and Thursday, we're on Zoom. And our church is also on Facebook, Lifeline Restoration Ministries International. And when a lot of our volunteers are connected, we all worship together, and we just go forward with the message of hope.
And what is the name of your other partner? And what does she do?
So Dawn Lazarus, and she does everything that has to do with the budgeting and finance. Her vision focuses a lot on single women and single mothers, and helping women come to financial empowerment, and teaching them how to budget, teaching them how to go from, if you're in homelessness, to renting, if you're renting, to owning a home. How do women build up their economic power to take to the lack of fathers in the house? So that's her area. She worked in banking for many years, and now she works in civil service, doing the work around budgeting, and she takes it to now help women.
Well, that you guys are the
her organization
dynamic
is
trio.
Group.
I didn't hear you. Well, wait. What did she say?
Her
What did you say?
Her organization is called DLD Group.
DLD Group. Oh, I look forward to meeting her. You guys are the dynamic trio. That one is a master chef, one is a master educator, and one is a master financial literacy. Yes. Which is all the three things that we need. We need a good food in our stomach. We need to be educated, and then we need to know how to budget, because that helps us. That all those three things help us. Those are needs to help us elevate, to get us out of the situation. And in the hopes that when you three women are helping, I pray that everyone who is being helped by you amazing women is paying it forward. Even if they just spread the word. Because sometimes you might not have anything, not even a penny in your pocket, but even to let someone else that is less fortunate than you, to let them know this organization exists. This is not an organization that you know about and you just don't tell nobody. Because let me just tell you something about God. The food will be plentiful. If God's hands is on it, the food will be plentiful. I remember there was a scripture where, I'm going to get preachy with you guys real quick, but then after that, I'm going to go. I'm going to say, I remember when Jesus came and visited the I don't know if it was the Sea of Galilee, and he came with one fish or something like that. And the people were like, how are you gonna feed all these people who came to see you? You only have like one fish. And then all of a sudden, I think it was a miracle that happened. All of a sudden, he was able to feed everybody. And when I think about that, I think about you both. Well, the dynamic trio, even though she's not here, because when you said self-funded to me, it just reminded me of that one fish. But with that one fish, with God's hand on it, you are able to feed everyone who comes through that door.
And that's truly how it happens.
Yes.
Look, I don't even know you guys, but this is what I'm feeling. So I am saying it. I don't know if I'm the messenger, but this is what I'm feeling. And I feel it in my heart. So it's not even, I even like talk to you guys about it. So I'm not saying something like I've heard before, but I'm just saying keep doing the good work.
Thank you.
Don't have no worries or no fears of when it's going to come, how it's going to happen. Just know that God has you and God is in control. So you just worry about helping the people and God will worry about the details.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you so much. I hope people are inspired to meet Shannon Knox, to meet Melanie Baker. You know, if you ever get cynical about life, if you ever get cynical about where is this world going, just understand that there are still really good, amazing people on this earth who are willing to give of themselves to other people. So I just want people to understand, please reach out to these women. If you do want to volunteer and be a part of this organization, please reach out to them. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining on Proud of You Sis. I'm Danni Benson. Thank you for joining and see you next week, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Bye. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on my show. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.